Yo, it's your boy Carcino. Big Carcino up in the house. Well, once again, Cino is right. Cino is right. And I don't mind telling people I'm right. But to me, it's pathetic and sad. Gwyneth Paltrow, shockingly, was on a Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, they got to talking about marriages and relationships, and you know how women get to talking, and they start talking about keeping a marriage together or keeping that spark when you're older, because it dies down. And she was trying to say at 20 something, we had the energy, but now, when you're older and all of this, you just don't have that time to keep each other, happy and all that stuff. So now this has turned into a larger problem than what people, you know, and what the larger problem is, it's Jada Pinkett Smith, and she created this problem, and now she's realizing what a mistake it was, but you can't undo what you've already done. Now, when you're always seem like it's praising a guy you've never dated in your life, but was best friends with, in Tupac Shakur, and it's okay to miss him. And I'm not saying she has no right to miss him, but it seems as if he's always brought up in comparison to Will Smith. Even though in this Red Table Talk, this was not the case, ladies and gentlemen. Social media is creating a topic that never was discussed. Now she's thinking about issues, and how things, the spark kind of dims when you get older and been in marriages for a long time. That's true. That stuff slows down. You're not in your 20s no more. Not a bunch of rabbits going around just banging. Things die down. Doesn't mean Will Smith is terrible in the sack. She's throwing Will Smith under the bus for Tupac. She wishes Tupac was here so she could be with him. You guys are creating this narrative out of fun on social media and trying to turn it into that's what it is, to embarrass Will. That notion, I feel, is wrong. Whether the intent is, it's wrong. Jada made the mistake of mentioning about Tupac and how she was so adamant because she's hurt. He's not here anymore. But that's why she went on her Twitter and said, only because I got time today. Stop making up headlines. Watch the Red Table Talk I did have with Gwyneth Paltrow for yourselves. Will and I never had an issue in the bedroom. Thank you. So she highlighted the word never had an issue in the bedroom. because we all assume that's where all the problems are solved and resolved at. Marital spark is not about sex. It's about the interest in the other. Sometimes you're just not interested. I don't know how many of you have ever been in an encounter, a sexual encounter that is, but sometimes you've had sex with a person and you're just not into it. Yeah, I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but I have. Like, man, the interest was great going in. Then in the middle of it, I'm bored. Completely bored. And I'm just like, this is terrible. I'm not enjoying this. This is like work. So, a lot of times that actually happens. Now, if you're not engaged in it, the other person can know it. They'll know right away if you're interested or you're not interested, or where are you right now. It's about a connection. And if you don't have a connection with the other person, or y'all both connected in that moment in time, then it loses something. It's like cheap. If that makes any sense to you. So, it's a lot of married couples on here, and they'll tell you. They be like, Sino, I don't know how you know, being that you're not married. It's because I've dealt with everything except for the paperwork. And I didn't sign. Plus, I've seen it in other relationships. I've seen the dimming of the light. I've seen people's spark go out, and they just don't have it anymore. They don't have it in them. So, it's not a rarity. This is more common than you may think. There are a lot of people out here that's doing what they're doing their thing, or whatever y'all want to call it, and they don't have the protection that other people have been allotted. They see other people where they are being what they call loved on and affectionate and passion and all of these wonderful things, and people think, oh, Tupac was her soulmate, and those two would have probably broken up. Pac wasn't in the position to settle down and all of this. That was how he felt at that moment in time. But they would have always been like brothers and sisters. Plus, she wasn't always the perfect wife and all of this stuff to be with, and caring about celebrity status, and it's so much nonsense that go along with the job that's detailed between the two, that if you look at it in totality, you're like, who lives like this? How would they survive? I'm telling you, as I'm sipping the tea and giving it to you, Will and Jada problems were outside of the bedroom. It's the strain of a marriage, the type of marriage they had, the type of arrangements, the control, all of these things that she agreed to, Jada. As she's gotten older, she wants more to be free. She wants to be free to express herself. So, and that's it. ladies and gentlemen. That's all it is. I just think she realizes that in being free, you can still say things and it still affects your husband, even if you're separated or not. So, Jada made the word entanglement trend because people went into their dictionary. Entanglement. I thought that had something to do with rope. She had everybody in there going through their doggone dictionary. I remember I was in Florida. I was in Lowe's when all this came out. And the meme that's floating around with Will, and he looked like, everybody like, look how sad Will looks. And it's the sad Will face. And that thing is trending again today. And I'm like, he doesn't look sad. I'm the only one that's, maybe because I saw the Red Table Talk and saw where they got the meme from. He wasn't sad. He was actually like, oh, buddy, the heat is on you and not me. I'm here just to support you. Everybody feeling sorry for me right now. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm like, Will had nothing to be sad about. He's tired, ladies and gentlemen. He had to fly in. He was in the middle of filming a movie. He had to fly all the way back home. Okay? Had to fly home. So that, one, when he flies home, he got to get there, do this Red Table Talk recording, get back on the plane the next morning, and fly back to the set. That's where Will was with it. He's fresh off the plane. So, I just want to let that be known. Don't forget to support the page. Hit your boy Carcino up. Subscribe to the page. Even if you think you subscribed, check to make sure you are subscribed. Check to make sure you're getting your notifications. If you're not, hit them up and say, why am I not getting my notifications? The Cash App is still Carcino. Thanks to everybody who super chatted and found a way to do so. Thank you. And that's it. We are out of here. The Patreon is on fire. We do got a Tupac story that people don't know about. Well, most people don't. It's on the Patreon. So it's for all Patreons too. So on that note, Cino is out. Deuces.